Okay, once again, we want to welcome you to OCtech's new student orientation. We hope that today gives you lots of the answers that you have. We will leave a chance for you guys to ask us questions after. But to begin our program, we're going to hear from our president, Dr. Walt Tobin.
Good morning, everyone. I don't know how actors do it because I could not watch myself on that opening video. But on behalf of the faculty and staff, I want to welcome you all to our virtual new student orientation. One of the things I think is important for me to share is that there's been some research across the country and even at our college that looks at the success of students who attend our new student orientation. And not only are they more successful, they tend to progress faster, and they're more successful than our students who don't attend orientation. So kudos to you for joining us this morning. There's a lot of good information that you'll hear that will prepare you for the fall semester. A couple of other quick comments. You know, when we think about what successful students do and how they interact on campus, I think there's some other important research that I'd like to share with you. And so there was a book that was written several years ago, and they talk about what are the characteristics of a successful student. First, obviously, they attend new student orientation. The second is that they begin to develop a relationship with other students and with members of the faculty and staff. And so that social interaction, I think, is critical in terms of getting assistance and getting support, but also just being able to create a network of good students that share similar characteristics. And so one of the things I would encourage you to do at some point is to think about joining Phi Theta Kappa, which is our honor society. You have to have a 3.0 GPA, and I think you have to have completed at least 15 hours to be eligible. But it's a great organization and a great opportunity for you to create a strong network of positive students on campus. The other thing is that email is our primary mode of communication. And so it's important that you check your email every day and that you respond accordingly when there's a need for you to respond. That's the way that we communicate with students in addition to D2L and the D2L announcements. But I think that's important as part of our communication channels. I mentioned developing a relationship with a faculty member, and beyond just creating that social network, I think the other thing that's important to know is that students who develop a relationship with a faculty member, when it's time for them to graduate, that's a reference that person can provide to a potential employer. And in some instances, for our career and technical programs, they have relationships with local employers and can help you make that connection when it's time for you to graduate. I think there are two important decisions that students make when they decide to come to college. The first is deciding to make that decision to enroll in a post-secondary institution. So thank you for enrolling at OCtech. But the second thing I think is the most important is completing college. So once you enroll, you commit yourself to completing your degree or your certificate or diploma, because the earnings of students who graduate from college far exceed those who don't, or just who have a high school diploma. There are lots of valuable programs and services here that we offer at the college. You'll hear about some of those today. But over the course of the time that you're with us, particularly this semester, I would encourage you to reach out to me if you have questions or concerns. My door is always open, in this case virtually. And we look forward to seeing you all at some point on campus at OCtech. So thank you for joining us today, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you, Dr. Tobin. Just a little bit about what we can expect today is we'll have a student group, a student panel that will talk to us. We'll give you a little bit of information about how to survive your first semester. We'll hear from campus police, and then we'll just cover some of the next steps that you need to do between now and your first day of classes. For our student panel today, we have two students. One was unable to be on, but we have Michael Rast. He's an engineering design technology student who was also a presidential scholar. He's a teaching assistant and in Phi Theta Kappa. And we have Deon James. He just graduated from our ADN program. He's been highlighted in our magazine and on some of our social media. He was also a presidential scholar, a member of Phi Theta Kappa, the National Society of Leadership and Success, and a trio biology tutor. So they're just going to give you a little bit of advice about what they did, what worked for them, and hopefully just give you some insight into your first semester. So we'll start it off with Michael.
Hey, how's everyone? Hopefully y'all can hear me okay.
We can.
Okay, I'm having some internet trouble, so that's why I was, yeah. So I think advice for new students is definitely try to learn your way around stuff and make sure you get everything done early. I think it's handy to have like all your financial stuff and your books and everything early, that way in case anything happened to come up unexpectedly, you were planned for it before or whatever. That's what that's one thing I do really recommend. Don't wait till the last minute to try to get anything straight. And how do they prepare you for the workforce? Well, I always get job things that come up, whether it be for UPS or any kind of delivery services. There's always job offers that come up. And like me currently, I'm also teacher's assistant for Mr. David Odom, which is my engineering teacher. So he's kind of training me and teaching me and helping me get to where I want to go. I don't know that there's anything. Maybe I would have tried to join some other clubs maybe when I started my first semester. Not entirely sure. That is the one thing. I don't know, because I'm pretty happy with my first semester.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, Deanna.
Good morning, everyone. And first of all, congratulations for choosing the great institution of OCtech. They have a lot to offer here, so you'll be very satisfied. My piece of advice to you is, first of all, give yourself an opportunity to grow. OCtech, starting college is just a new experience. So you have to make sure you stay hungry and get that urge just to gain more knowledge, because the opportunity is there. There's just plenty to learn. And also you have to take it very serious, because college it's a stressful time. It's going to be plenty of times you cry regardless of what you're going to. But if you take it seriously and you get it done, you remain focused, there's plenty more opportunities that can open up to you once you get that degree and you finish with school. Now, OCtech prepares you in the workforce because in healthcare, you stay in clinical. You go to so many different sites, so people see your face, they become familiar with you. That opens up job opportunities. You start to link with different people outside of OCtech, and your instructors can help put you on with different jobs as well. So they do a great job with preparing you for the workforce, and as you get the experience. The thing about OCtech is the experience you gather is far and beyond, because just actually hands-on and doing things, it really makes things 10 times better. Now, what I wish I'd done differently my first semester, I wish I took heed to the resources that OCtech provides. They give you opportunities where they can read over your papers. They have links that give you information to peer review articles. They have tutoring. They have people that specialize in writing papers. So there's so many different opportunities here at the library. You can talk to your teachers about different opportunities as well. So if I can do anything differently, I would have done that and just take heed to the resources that are present.
Thank you, Deon, for being here and giving some information to our new students. So now we're going to go into just a little bit of a survival toolkit and some things that we want first year students to know and to realize so that they can take advantage. But we're going to start off just to let you know some of the safety measures that we have put in place to make sure that everybody feels safe when they do visit us on campus.
Because of the ongoing pandemic, I'm sure many of you who are planning to attend college this fall still have some unanswered Because of the ongoing pandemic, I'm sure many of you who are planning to attend college this fall still have some unanswered questions. I'd like to take a minute to tell you about some of the things that we're doing at OCtech for this fall to help make it a safer place. First of all, we will require students to wear masks in all of our buildings. That will be true for employees as well. They will also be required to have those masks in the surrounding corridors of the buildings. The college will provide masks for those who do not have them. More details about those masks and the requirements for wearing them will be found on our website. As you can see in this classroom, some workstations will not be available for use, allowing students to sit farther apart. In addition to our regular campus cleanings, we are wiping workstations, doorknobs, and other high-traffic areas more frequently. We have also installed plexiglass shields in many areas around campus. We know students may sometimes need to meet face-to-face with employees in certain departments. These shields will provide a protective barrier between the student and employee during these meetings. Our college has also been busy ordering lots of supplies over the past few months. In addition to face masks, we will have face shields, keyboard and mouse covers, gloves, disinfectant wipes, and hand sanitizer. These supplies will be distributed around campus and available for use by faculty, staff, and students. We believe we can have a successful fall semester here at OCtech and also fight the spread of this deadly virus at the same time. I hope to see you all here at OCtech in the fall.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Sandra Davis, Vice President of Student Services. And congratulations on the choice that you've made to attend Orangeburg-Calhoun Technical College. Today should be filled with excitement as you are beginning the foundational basis for your future. A future that will provide for educational attainment and unimaginable experiences. Within the Division of Student Services, we like to think of ourselves as providing those support services that are needed outside of the classroom. We leave everything that goes on inside of the classroom to the Division of Academic Affairs, but undoubtedly there are services outside of class that are needed, and we want to share with you a little bit about those various services. Some of them you've already had an opportunity to engage with already. One is our registrar's office. There may be a situation during the first week of class in which you're wanting to make an adjustment to your schedule, dropping a class, adding a class, etc. And it will be the registrar's office that will help you facilitate that schedule change. Many of you have already talked with individuals within the Office of Financial Aid, but we pride ourselves on providing what we call a low-cost, free to almost free type of an education, and we do that by means of the various financial aid programs that we're able to award to students. New student advising, if you are registered already, you have already had discussions with one of our advisors in the advising center who helped you to build your schedule for this fall semester. Career services, each of our student panelists have already mentioned the importance of how our programs prepare you for life after college, and we help students build their resumes, review cover letters, help prepare them for job interviews, etc., through our career services offerings. Counseling, we realize that sometimes there are just life experiences that we need to have someone to talk to or to talk about those things, and we do offer counseling services within the Division of Student Services, and sometimes it's academic counseling as well as counseling to help with those life experiences. Disability services, we do have Mrs. Tracy Dibble, who's our disability coordinator. For those of you who might need some academic accommodations, we encourage you to reach out to her to get those things put in place for the fall semester. Student IDs, we do issue students a picture OCtech ID, and we are taking those pictures and issuing those IDs out of the cafe in Building S, Monday through Thursday from 9 to 5. No appointment is needed to get a student ID, but you will need to bring a photo issued ID with you when you come to the campus to get your OCtech student ID. And then also the testing center. If you have not utilized those services already, it's possible that sometime during the course of the semester, you might be referred to the testing center by one of your instructors to take a proctored exam on campus. We understand that this pandemic has created an environment that has reduced the walk-in traffic for our offices, but we remind students that we have virtual lines. We are here to serve and to answer your questions by appointments. And if you simply look for the QList logo on our homepage of our OCtech website, then from there you will have an opportunity to either get in line for a virtual callback or make an appointment for face-to-face service on campus. One telephone number and one email address that will be very important for you to remember if you don't remember anything else about the various offices, and that is that we ask students to call us at 803-535-1224. And we will get you to the office that you're needing to speak with, or email us at askme@octech.edu. We realize that over the next few days, and particularly that first week of class, there may be a lot of questions that you may have, and we want you to know that we're here to answer those questions for you. Simply give us a call, get in line for QList, or send us an email at askme. Now, there are two important resources, electronic resources, that you'll hear us talk about. One is Connect and one is D2L. And what's the difference and why are they so important? Well, Connect allows you to view what we call the business side of your student services. For example, you're able to see through Connect your schedule, what financial aid has been awarded, get a preview of what your billing statement looks like. So all of the business aspects of being a student is through Connect. And you'll hear us sometimes refer to Connect as self-service. So Connect or self-service, sometimes those terms are used interchangeably, but just know that it is there to provide you with information that is more business related. And then you'll hear us talk a lot about D2L. So what is D2L? D2L is our learning management platform. And by now, all of you should have already logged in to D2L. It's very important to check your campus announcements, your course announcements. Dr. Tobin has already talked about the importance of checking your school email. We send a lot of information to your school email account. And that is what we call the Brightspace account. That's the account that is linked to D2L. If you're not in the habit of checking it every day, or you have multiple email accounts for which you're responsible for, then I would encourage you to go in to D2L and put a forward on that email so that it goes to the email address of choice so that you don't miss our announcements. That is the official means of our communicating with you as an OCtech student. Very rarely do we send emails to the Gmail, Yahoo, and Hotmail accounts because we're wanting students to get in the habit of checking their Brightspace or D2L email accounts. So again, if you have multiple accounts and you don't want to go in and out across different platforms for email, there is the option built within D2L which will allow you to forward. However, even if you forward that email, it's still very important for you to look at the campus announcements and also the course announcements, because at this point in the juncture, the instructors are putting a lot of information out in D2L about the courses that are going to be important information for you to know, so that if you have lab classes that will require you to come to campus, then you'll know when to come, what day of the week to come, and you're able to keep up with whatever announcement that the instructors are putting out there for you. Also, we encourage you to sign up for emergency alerts. because from time to time throughout the semester, there may be a need for us to get or to push an emergency announcement to you. It could be because of inclement weather or a change in our academic calendar because of inclement weather. And we encourage all students to go out into D2L and sign up for the emergency alerts so that you are allowing us to get you that information on a timely basis. In addition to emails, and email is very important, but it is not the only way that we communicate with students. Throughout the semester, we may be placing care calls where we're calling you on the telephone just as a check-in, just to see how things are going. We send out text messages, and we ask students to make sure that we have a mobile number so that we're able to send out those text messages. So email, D2L announcements, text messaging, as well as care calls are how we actually communicate with students throughout the course of the semester. The pandemic or the COVID-19 has really allowed us to make some changes in our delivery of our courses. And we want to make sure that you know what to expect this fall with our course delivery. So we have a short video about navigating classes that we feel will be helpful for you.
Many people are interested in the types of learning options that we have here at OCtech for this fall. We're very fortunate in the fact that flexibility is part of our mission, because we know that under normal circumstances, that we have to accommodate the flexibility needs of people's work schedules and life schedules. One, obviously, is the traditional online class. Online learning doesn't mean that you're learning alone. Our courses offer many different options. Technology gives us lots of flexibility. Your online course may offer discussion boards. It may offer virtual academies or virtual classrooms. There may be projects and group work that may be done. In addition, there'll be lectures that are recorded, and the advantage of that is you can watch that lecture over and over again. In addition, there are the flexible offerings called hybrids, and hybrids really at OCtech take on two formats. One would be a laboratory course offered in a hybrid format. Hybrid just means that the course is delivered partially online and partially face-to-face. In a lab course, that may mean that your lecture portion of the course is delivered online, and the lab portion is delivered in a traditional classroom lab setting. In addition, the classrooms that are hybrid classrooms, the traditional lecture-based classrooms, may be scheduled for twice a week, but you attend only one of those days. But something new this fall is called synchronous learning. So these lecture-based courses can be delivered to you right in your home, and you could participate online, but actually participate in the classroom. You can ask questions, you can listen to what your other classmates are saying, and participate fully in the classroom, but within your own home.
We hope that that information helps you in navigating our classes this fall, as they are looking a little different than our traditional course offerings in the past. We want to make sure that our students are well-rounded, and we want students to be prepared academically, but we also have a few student organizations, and in order to be well-rounded, one of the things that Michael said that he may have done differently was to get involved with some of our student organizations, and we encourage you to do that. Dr. Tobin mentioned Phi Theta Kappa, and that's just one of the organizations that we have on campus. It is on an invitation basis, but we're sure that all of you will do your very best and perhaps get an invitation to join Phi Theta Kappa. Throughout the academic year and each term, we recognize individuals that have made the Dean's List, and that would be those individuals with a GPA of 3.5 or better. And then also our President's List, and that would be those individuals with a 4.0 or higher GPA. Students do have to be enrolled in a minimum of 12 credit hours for the full-time dean's list or president's list, earn all of the credits attempted during the semester. And if you're part-time, then we also have a part-time dean's list and part-time president's list, and that requires at least 6 credit hours for those students to be recognized for either the dean's list or president's list. It's important that even if you feel that you are able to make the dean's list and the president's list, to remember that we have a number of support services that's available outside of the classroom. Some are in student services, others are offered through the Student Success Center. Dion mentioned the importance of tutoring, and we want you to know that our tutoring services are completely free. So there wouldn't be any reason why a student who perhaps need a little extra assistance wouldn't take advantage of our tutorial services. And remember, if you have a B, you can still go to tutoring, because guess what? That might help you to get that A. We don't want students to get to what we call academic probation. That's where we have to send out some information that we really would rather not send out at all. And that's why it's important to take advantage of the support services that we have. But we do expect students to maintain what we call satisfactory academic progress. In short, pass your classes, but you first have to start going to class. You can't pass them if you don't go. And even on online, you're like, well, what do I do? How do I go? Well, log in each week, complete your assignments on time, submit your assignments on time, because even in an online environment, sometimes it's easy to say, I'll get to it, I'll get to it, I'll get to it. And then we wait until 11:55 and an assignment is due at 12 o'clock and we have internet issues and we can't submit it. And all of a sudden we end up with a 0. And I'm sharing that with you so that you don't put yourself in that situation. Again, it was already mentioned that it's important to do things ahead of time, because if you're submitting your work timely, getting tutorial assistance as needed, then you can save me a letter, because then I won't have to send a letter to you about academic probation, because when we start having to send those type letters, then it also impacts our ability to get financial aid, and we know the importance of how much financial aid helps so many of our students, so we don't want to send those types of letters. Just always do your level best. But we want your work to be your work, not necessarily the work of your friends or other family members and folks that have been in school with us before, because if we're plagiarizing, fabricating, that's called academic misconduct. And there are consequences, disciplinary consequences, for submitting the work of others and passing it on as though it's ours, or copying from other people. So again, we wanted to make sure that you were aware that we want you to submit your work and not the work of others. One of the support departments in the Division of Student Services is TRIO Support Services, and TRIO really does work. They offer, in addition to tutorial services, mentoring, they partner a lot with the Student Success Center, and there are a number of offerings for TRIO, workshops throughout the semester, even some financial assistance that they award to their participants. The TRIO students have a TRIO lab here on campus. And the benefit of being a TRIO participant is that it helps maintain academic standing, because they're working in smaller groups. For those individuals that may be interested in transferring on to a 4-year college, then their college or campus tours that they tend to take their students on, and just a well-packaged delivery of services that can help you as a first-year student on our campus. On this Thursday, the 13th at 10 a.m., TRIO will be hosting a kind of like a Zoom drop-in for individuals that may be interested in obtaining additional information about their services. We invite you to that Zoom trio drop-in on Thursday at 10 a.m. and the link for it will be posted in the announcement section of D2L. OCtech partners with the Salvation Army right here in Orangeburg. And we offer to our students a food pantry, but through the Salvation Army. And it's very easy to take advantage of those services. All you would need to do is to visit the Salvation Army and present your OCtech student ID. And remember, if you need a student ID, whether it's for the food pantry or just to for other purposes, we are issuing student IDs, photo student IDs from the cafe in Building S here on campus. 2020 is the year of the census. And we realize that some of you may have already are in households who have already completed the 2020 census. And if you have relatives or know of individuals who have not yet completed the 2020 census, we encourage you to do that quickly. We know that the census opened up earlier in the spring, probably right as the pandemic was setting in to South Carolina, and many households perhaps just forgot about it. But we respond to the census and provide that quick information to them, because that really helps each area get federal funded programs, and it's so important in our rural areas such as where we are in Orangeburg and Calhoun counties, and we are really shaping our future in terms of federal funding by taking a few minutes to complete the census. And I will tell you that if you don't do it, then somebody's going to come knocking on your door soon, and then they will actually assist you with completing the census. They make it real convenient. It can be done online or by means of the mailing that was sent out to households or box holders a little earlier in the year. So we encourage you to certainly complete the census. Remember that the Division of Student Services is here to help. We are here to enhance your educational experience, and everything that we do is in support of you and your educational endeavors. But in order for you to be successful, we ask that you start right, and you start right by attending class regularly, submitting assignments on time, checking your email, responding to emails as needed, and ensuring that if support services are needed, that you're taking advantage of those support services. So Ms. Olson will now talk a little bit more about the additional support services that we have and we offer here on campus that will help enhance your educational experience with us.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Really quickly, our third student panel was able to join us, so I'm going to let her give you a little bit of advice. Her name is Claire Chatfield. She is a criminal justice major. She is a member of Phi Theta Kappa and is actually the current VP for Public Relations for the region, for the Carolina region. She also worked in the library and was a math tutor.
Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I'm just going to go over those 3 questions with y'all really quick. And that first one was advice I'd want to give to students, and that would be to spend time getting to know your campus. In doing this, you will also get to know the resources that are available to you on that campus, and you need to take time to check out Phi Theta Kappa, the Student Success Center, the library, and the math lab, and get to know the people in there too, because they're wonderful. Second would be, how does OCtech prepare you for your career? OCtech provided me my first experience in a professional work environment, as I worked in both the library and the math lab as a work study. That experience allowed me interaction with like-minded individuals who acted not only as mentors, but also as friends. That third question was, what do I wish I'd done differently my first semester? And I wish that I would have known my limits a little better. I wish I would have known when to say no. It's, for me personally, I'm very type A. For me personally, I'm a yes man. I'm a, oh, you want me to do that? Absolutely. and working full-time, getting involved with extracurriculars, I needed to know when was enough so that I could give everything I had to the things I was already involved in without feeling completely overwhelmed. And just to kind of shift away from that, I did want to give a little word on Phi Theta Kappa, just because I am involved in that pretty heavily. Phi Theta Kappa is a program based really heavily on service and scholarship. We're another environment surrounded by like-minded individuals. Some of the most talkative, opinionated people on campus definitely all kind of gather in our lounge downstairs from the library. So make sure to come check us out. Come talk to Tamara Miles about getting involved. The only requirement is, I believe, a 3.0 GPA and a good attitude and the ability to get in there and get asking. So I hope y'all come see us, and thank y'all for fitting me in. Sorry for being late. Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Claire. All right, so I'm Ellen Olson, the director for the Student Success Center, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about the library and Student Success Center. The library is located on the second floor of Building B. They have movies, DVDs, journals, pretty much anything you would need at your normal library. So it is available to you. One important thing that we want to point out is anything that you can access online. So definitely visit their website. For the beginning of the semester, it is going to be open by appointment. So the website will have more information if you do want to come on campus and use a computer. They will also have printers that are available. So definitely check us out. You know, like I said, we love to have people come in and see us. In the back is the Student Success Center. Several people have mentioned, but one thing about OCtech is you have access to free tutoring. I'm over that for the area for the tutoring that goes on for English, and we have them located in the math lab. They're there to help you along your journey. We offer any subject, so just reach out to us. If we don't have it, we will find a way to help you. The first thing that we always say is we need you to just come and let us know what you need, because you making that first step helps us to help you. We have several online resources. There's study rooms up here. We do study skills and learning styles. For the semester, right now, we are offering virtual tutoring. So the calendar for tutoring is located on the Student Success Center's website. All you have to do is go and find your subject, click on the link, and it will take you to a classroom. And the tutors are there to help you. One thing that I tell new students, if you have general questions about navigating your classes, just, you know, want some help figuring out what to do next, definitely stop in. The tutors are very aware of a lot of the general questions that we get, and they are there to help you, whether it is based on your subject or just general help. So you can just drop in. We've put those on the website for you to be able to access so that you can get your questions answered. We also have a service called BrainFuse. It offers online tutoring, and you can submit papers, and it is also available, and more information is given in your classes, and it's on the Student Success Center's online resource page. So definitely check us out. We look forward to getting to know all of you, whether it's in person or by Zoom. We are here to help. One other thing that I don't think we've mentioned yet, but outside of tutoring, several of your classes will have something called supplemental instruction. And they have a professional tutor that is placed in that class to help you be successful. So definitely take advantage. Your instructors will let you know which classes. Generally there are biologies and our dosage calculations, but they will let you know when supplemental instruction is available. Outside of us having tutors in the Student Success Center, we also, our instructors, they're available to tutor during their free time. Well, not free time, but during their office hours. They are available outside of class. So definitely reach out to us. We are here to help you. And now we're going to hear from Officer Luck about campus security and the police.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, I'm Officer Linda Luck, and I'm here at the OCtech Campus Police Department. We're located in Building B, room 107. Usually you can find someone around here. If not, you'll be able to find us on campus. Okay, so the college police department is headed by the chief of police, Chief McFadden, who is responsible for overseeing the college's safety program. Campus police officers are South Carolina state certified police officers and commissioned by the state constable with statewide jurisdiction. We have complete we have complete police authority to arrest anyone involved in illegal activity or acts on campus and around the surrounding areas. We also, in addition to holding a commission, our police department must meet all certification standards established by the Criminal Justice Academy for all police officers in the state of South Carolina. Our primary functions include enforce state and local laws, enforce OCtech college policies, emergency responses, respond to calls for service, and assistance with the students and faculty staff of the college. So for crime reporting, we have 2 phone numbers you can contact us at. One is our office number, and that is 803-535-1336. Or this is our cell phone number. This is what we carry on us every day, all day long. The fastest way to get a hold of an officer is and I want everybody to take this number down. Please get your pen and piece of paper. Put this right in your phone, okay? Our phone number is 1-803-682-3335. This is equal to our 911 phone number. You will always get a hold of an officer if you dial this number. Again, I'm gonna say it one more time, 803-682-3335. We have OC Camp Map emergency call boxes located in different areas of the campus. We have one in by building R in our, hold on one second, I'm sorry. We have one in by building T, and you can recognize them. They're red call boxes and they're a tower. We have some in the parking lot, in the large parking lot behind S and B. We have some in D, C, K, M, and we also have emergency phone boxes, but again, the fastest way to get us would be dialing that number I gave you earlier. Thank you. So we have an anonymous hotline. It is called Eyewitness. The phone number is, and this is just for tips and if you see something, say something type activity, the number is 803-268-2626. This is a hotline that provides students, faculty, and staff an anonymous number to report any information they have witnessed, observed, or know of any incidents that may have threatened the safety and security of anyone on this campus. And again, you can refer back to that original number if you needed to, if it was an emergency. We also advise you to really sign up for the emergency alert notification. It's going to notify you if anything's going on that you need to be aware of on campus. You know, weather information, you know, information concerning the police department, any information that would be emergency, you would get through email or text messages, or both if you sign up for both. The emergency alert notification has been activated in D2L to allow the college send emergency messages by email and cell phones to students, staff, and faculty. If you do not have a cell phone, you can still sign up and subscribe to the campus-wide broadcast channel. And what you would do is you would log in, you would go to your settings, go to the email and phone tab, and then just fill in all the information that's required. And then you hit save at the bottom and you're all set. You will start receiving notifications. And even the instructors and us public safety officers, we all are signed up for this. So, you know, it is a really good thing to do. Parking. So any students may bring an automobile to campus. However, all vehicles must be registered with the campus police department and must display a permit accordance with regulations. A registration fee is charged for the service. The following applicable vehicle registration fees will apply. $30 for a full year, fall, spring, and summer, and $20 for the spring semester, and $10 for the summer semester. Parking is located throughout the campus and is designated for students, staff, visitors, and those with valid disabled parking permits. Fines will be imposed for parking violations. Student parking. Students may park anywhere on campus except the following: reserved parking, faculty and staff parking areas, police parking, visitors parking. Visitors parking are only for people that are coming in as visitors. They're not faculty, they're not staff, and they're not students. This is strictly for visitors to park because they won't have a decal. Everybody else will have decals on their vehicle. Anywhere there's a yellow paint on the curb is also a no parking zone. And of course, no parking on the grass. We try to keep our grass looking beautiful. To obtain a parking registration, you must have your valid driver's license, an OCtech identification, which you should really have your OCtech ID on you all the time because so many different departments require it for any kind of communication. You must have vehicle information. That's your tag number and what make and model of your vehicle you're going to have. Decals are purchased at the front cashier's desk located in Building S. Well, this is alcohol, drugs, and tobacco-free campus. It's no tolerant. There's zero tolerance for any of these substances. Firearms are strictly prohibited. Even if you're a CWP holder, you are not allowed to carry any kind of firearm onto this campus and will be dealt with harshly with fines and other even possible arrest with the law, with the statutes that pertain to unauthorized carry. Okay, everybody, good luck and let us know if you need anything. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to go over a little bit of some of the next steps of things that you can do before your first day of class. So we're going to go over books and supplies, required devices. We want to remind you to check your D2L and your school email and to check your classes in D2L. When I talk about required devices, you should have been given information about what you would need for your classes by your advisor or when you were admitted to the college. Information is on our website. One thing that we're going to do is direct you after you go to your program orientations to a website called the First Year Experience. It will be in the follow-up email after we complete this. We have added a link to more information about required devices there. Also to our bookstore. We want to once again reiterate, definitely check your email and check D2L and the announcements. Due to COVID, the environment does change how you come on campus. All of the information and directions for that are posted on our website and on our announcements in D2L. If you need to meet with anybody in student services, remember that they have set QUS up so that you can do it from home. You can be put in line, and then you'll be allowed a time where you can come on campus to meet with someone. Just to point out right now, student IDs, student services will post and give you more information about the process for coming on campus to get your student ID. That will be in D2L and through communication, and same for parking passes. Right now, your parking passes are not available for you to come on campus, but once they are, information will be dispensed through D2L to let you know the process for coming to get that. So just definitely make sure you're checking all of our communication avenues so that you're up to date on what the campus looks like and what is going on. Definitely, we want to remind you to check your classes. Right now, if you log in your classes, you can see your classes. So definitely check. You will definitely need to check it on your first day because they do take attendance. Just a little bit about the bookstore. Right now, you can use financial aid to charge. That goes through September 3rd. They are open this Friday, but they're usually open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 5 p.m. They have things set up so that you can social distance. One important thing is you can print when you're on campus. It does cost 10 cents per page, and you can put money on your account so that you can print in the bookstore. So if you know that you need to use a printer on campus, you might want to take advantage of that. Required devices, I mentioned, due to the fact that we're taking so many online and hybrid classes, devices are required for all classes. They can be purchased through the bookstore and with your financial aid. Information will be posted. You should have already have gotten information on it, but we also posted information on the first year experience page with a link. So if you do have questions about that, you have a point of contact to get it. The library, also, besides helping you with books and research and everything, they also help with tech questions. So if you find that you have a new laptop or you just don't know how to get this, get your extension downloaded, they are there to help. So definitely check their website. They are using bookings so that you can set an appointment, or they have a Zoom set up where you can just pop in and they can answer some questions. As a student, you get a free version of Office 365 that you can download. So once you get a computer, if you need that, that is available. Definitely check out the website and D2L. I'm just going to reiterate that. The campus map, our academic calendars on there, more information about financial aid, any academic information. It is full of resources. It also has on the top of the page information that is special to the certain time during COVID. So definitely pay attention. If you have questions, it's a good place to start about who to contact and where. There's also a student handbook. We have placed a link on the first year experience page, so definitely check that out once you're done. The big thing I want to leave everybody with is we're here to help. So definitely pick up the phone, join a Zoom, definitely get to know your advisors and your instructors. We know not being in person makes things seem harder, but in a virtual world, we can all get to know each other. And so we definitely want you to reach out to us for any assistance that you may need. And just don't wait until it's too long. take advantage from the start. Your education is as much as you make it, and the more you put into it, the more you'll get from it. So we definitely want you to feel like we're here to help, and just reach out to us. Know that we also have a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so join the college so that you're up to date. Before I go into program orientations, I just want to make you aware that after this, all that participated will get a follow-up email that will direct you to the first year experience page. We have placed the TRIO open house for tomorrow, so if the TRIO program is something you're interested in, please join them. It is wonderful. There's lots of opportunities. It's a family of its own. We will be drawing names for prizes. So we will post that drawing on the website sometime today. Hopefully by the time y'all get out of the program orientations, but if not, it'll be by this afternoon. But there's also other information. We know that we didn't have a time for one-on-one questions before we send you to your programs, but the email that we send out, please just shoot us back any questions you have, and we will be answering those throughout the day, okay? Dr. Davis, is there anything else you want to say before we start sending them off?
Yes, please. Just two quick reminders. One is that help us students stay in touch with you. If there's a change in telephone number or address, please reach out to us in student services so that we can keep that information updated, because from time to time throughout the semester, remember we mentioned that we might do care calls, may need to send something to your home address, especially if there's a refund of sorts from your financial aid, and we need to make sure that we can get those that information to you. So help us stay in touch with you. If there's a change of address, please notify us. And then lastly, between now and Monday, we encourage you to definitely log into D2L if you haven't already. There are a number of resources available to you in D2L, such as the Microsoft 365 free download, but we want you to pay particularly close attention to the announcements that's there and get in the habit of looking there, because that's where we send information to you or post periodic announcements. We are expecting great things from you this academic year. We know that you are fully capable of making the dean's list and president's list, and we look forward to eventually conferring your academic credential in one of our upcoming graduation exercises. Good luck to you this fall, and remember to call, email, or get in line for QLIS if we can answer questions for you. And at this time, we will begin with our program orientations, and you will then be launched into another Zoom session where you can get specific information about your particular programs. Lastly, there is, we ask that you sometime between now and the weekend, read over information on our website about our return to campus. We've touched on a lot of that information this morning in the orientation, but on the top of our webpage is a blue banner that says return to campus and fall class information. If you're wanting to look at those videos again about our campus safety, about the modality of our academic course offerings, those videos, as well as other pertinent information, is also embedded on that return to campus and fall class information webpage. Remember, the blue banner at the top of our website. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.